E aí pessoal, sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo no canal. E no dia de hoje, no vídeo de hoje, a gente vai estar jogando uma partidinha de NBA, como vocês já conhecem. E para quem quiser assistir a partida passada, eu joguei contra o time dos Lakers. Eu estava jogando com o time dos Clippers e a gente conseguiu ganhar a partida. Foi uma partida bem legal, com cestas bonitas, bons pontos. E para quem quiser assistir, eu vou deixar o card do vídeo aí. É só vocês clicarem que vocês vão para lá. Beleza, pessoal? E no vídeo de hoje, se eu não me engano, a gente vai estar jogando contra o time dos Golden State Warriors. E eu vou estar jogando com o time dos Clippers, beleza? Então, jogo que segue. Bora ver no que vai dar. Olha, como eu havia dito, tá aqui, ó. A gente ganhou a partida contra o time do Golden State. E bora pra próxima partida, pessoal. Vou simular esse treino aqui, ok? E a próxima partida vai ser contra o Golden State Warriors, na verdade. E a gente vai estar jogando fora de casa, beleza? Vai ser o primeiro jogo deles. Bora de gameplay.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. For Los Angeles, they'd like to play well to start this season's series. They haven't forgotten how this team knocked them out in the first round last season. You look at Kawhi Leonard. His former coach Greg Popovich famously did not name him as a leader in one interview, and it caused quite a stir.
Yeah, he tried to clarify that though, Pop did, saying the situation was taken out of context. But it was still a little bit of a dig.
Yeah, but you don't have to be the yell type. Kawhi leads by example. But I think at this point, both parties just want to shut up and sit down.
Are you a good leader?
Nope.
He was a joy to coach.
Right.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Chase Center. Deixa eu ver. Kawhi Leonard, mano. Golden State Warriors versus Los Angeles Clippers.
There it is, the Ferry Building in San Francisco, just down the road from our broadcast setting tonight. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brett Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Phoenix to take on the Suns. Then on Monday, they'll head
Nossos
home to
próximos
take on the
jogos.
Charlotte Hornets.
Eu acho que o jogo contra o time do Suns vai ser um jogo legal também. Só que foco no jogo de hoje, né?
That much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Klay Thompson is capable of being a prototypical go-to guy, but his role in Golden State is more restrained. Clay said, I don't
Clay
care.
Thompson.
I get paid handsomely in a great place, and we compete for championships year in and year out. From day one, I've been a Warrior. I'm just thankful to be here. Kevin, he likes to play ball and play with his dogs, and that's it.
He loves playing there, DA, and they love him. Thank you so much. A lot of experience out on that floor in front of us, Brent. Your career spanned 14 seasons. Talk about how you saw the game differently as a veteran player versus the first couple years in the NBA.
Well, I saw it from the bench,
Bora lá.
frankly, as a veteran, Kevin.
Bora, Zubac, pega essa pra gente.
I know that's not altogether true.
I think the game just
Boa,
slows down. You
Zubac.
start to understand that there is a tempo and a rhythm, not only to any given quarter, but any given game,
Vou arriscar uma de
given
3.
season. So it's
Nice.
really, Kevin, about the idea of it slowing down. And
Boa. Começamos com a mão boa.
A little bit.
14 is still a good number.
But it turned out well for you.
Well, I get to
O
sit
Green
next
tá
to
querendo
you.
fazer a proteção aqui.
A lot of fun.
A gente já parou com o Morris aqui
Here on the
também.
five for the Clippers.
Boa, Zubac fez a proteção. Bola é nossa,
Kawhi
mano.
Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for the
Zubac fez a
Warriors,
proteção ali.
Curry and Clay, the
Perfeita, mano.
Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with Green. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. Here's George. Drops it in from
Boa,
11
mano.
feet.
Nice bola,
George
nice
has got
bola, mano.
5.
Yeah, that might have been sped up a little bit for Paul George. He knew the defense was there, and he let it rip a little
Faz a
sooner.
proteção aí, faz a marcação. Deixa ele passar, não.
Pass to Curry.
Boa. Ai, fiz bobagem.
Thompson for 3.
O ele ficou livre.
They grabbed their own miss. Here's Chris. Off to a good start.
Droga, mano. Eu tomei a bola dele, só que me perdi, mano, na hora de buscar ela. Tudo bem.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Two free throws coming
Acho que eu
up,
deveria
and
ter só
they're
jogado,
shooting
ainda fui tentar fazer o giro ainda. Acho que isso me atrasou demais.
Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name in the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his second Finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his
Bora guardar essa.
was the last major free agent to choose where he was going to play. Ended up shaking up the NBA in the process by joining the Clippers.
Perfect,
Leonard
mano.
hits them both. And even though he's been nagged by injury for a few years, Brent, Kawhi is still a top two-way threat when he's healthy.
Well, the fact that Kawhi Leonard could move on from San Antonio, get to that Toronto team.
O Morris, acho que ele empurrou o Green, mano, mas eu tenho certeza que isso aí foi comprado, mano, porque eu acertei só a bola, mano. Boa, duas bolas do Green.
For the first time, he's had the choice to continue his career somewhere. He's going to do that back home in Los Angeles for the Clippers.
Morris passes to Leonard. That shot no good.
Acho que foi o Wings que fez a proteção. É. Foi ele mesmo.
Down low. And
É, ele
Thompson
conseguiu, mano. Safado, mano.
Only so much you can do as Thompson gets that shot off so fast. You got to be right on top of him.
A 3 from Leonard. Clay Thompson grabs the miss. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Curry kicks it out to Wiggins.
Boa, consegui fazer a proteção ali do arremesso do
Thompson
Curry.
against Beverly. Just 5 on the clock.
4 segundinhos. Ele tentou fazer o giro, não conseguiu.
And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match
3
up with Kawhi,
pontinhos.
especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
Pass to Chris. Golden State moving it around. Back to Wiggins. And Curry has it in the corner.
Sozinho, mano.
That falls.
Sozinho, mano. Claro que ele vai acertar.
It's all knotted up.
If you get Steph Curry in catch and shoot opportunities, you just have the feeling he's not gonna miss.
Here's George. That's
Ooh,
it. He's
linda.
now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's gonna just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Thompson outside.
Eu tirei do salto do...
A miss that time would have put him up.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
George, no good.
Eu tinha tirado do salto do Curry, que ele tinha pulado pra me impedir. E consegui marcar a sexta.
Outside Curry. Hands it
Égua,
from
que
downtown.
bola, mano. Um pontinho na minha
Curry's got a
frente
pair of
agora.
threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors.
Oh, Steph Curry at his best right there.
Here's George over in the
Ah.
corner. Zubac. Leonard attacking. Here's Beverly. Cans the 12-footer.
And hitting the
Cara,
mid-range
eu
jumper
não
here
quis arriscar, mano,
early
ali com o
gives the
Kawhi, mano.
defense just
Sei lá,
another
mano. Senti
thing
que eu ia errar a
to
bola,
think about.
preferi
Yeah, he's got to be a little
garantir,
bit more
mano,
on their
passando.
radar after knocking down something like that.
Outside Green.
Faz a marcação dele, Morris. Passou, hein.
Back to Wiggins. Shot clock at
Acertou,
6.
de 3.
Another three for
2
Golden
pontinhos na
State.
minha frente agora.
Draymond Green, we know he plays with attitude and he plays with force. And his teammates appreciate the unselfish approach he has.
Knocks it loose. Morris passes to Beverly. And
Falta,
the foul on Andrew
falta do
Wiggins.
Wing, mano.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
Ai, quase o Kawhi
Golden
pega a
State's
bola,
gone
mano.
3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame.
Tom.
And denied. He sends it right off.
Égua, mano, quase. Eu fiz ali o bloqueio ali com o
Well, he's
Zubac,
knocking
mas
down most everything,
Thompson
guys,
tava
3
ali
of
pra
4
fazer o
here.
rebote, mano.
Thompson against George. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Não consegui
Getting
fazer de
cold in here, Kevin.
3.
This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Drops in the breakaway layup. 9
Boa.
points for Paul George.
Stellar anticipation by Leonard to create the fast break opportunity. That's why he's a perennial defensive player of the year candidate.
Quase eu consigo fazer aqui. Marcação do Zubac.
Curry passes to Chris. And Chris throws it down.
Tentei ainda chegar, mano, mas tarde demais.
Lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Here's George. Chris with the rebound.
Se eu soubesse que eu não ia conseguir cancelar, eu não tinha dado sequência na jogada, mas tudo bem.
The shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They
Beleza.
really focused on getting good looks.
It looked like the
Consegui fazer o
directive in that
roubo.
game was that they wanted to attack, and all that work that they put in
Boa.
on the perimeter turned into a big
Boa,
night
pessoal,
from deep.
boa.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation probably
Faz a marcação,
disappointing.
você
Had
faz a
numbers,
marcação.
took advantage.
Thompson sozinho.
And again, it's the
Não
Warriors
consegui.
missing.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls,
Então toma-te.
anything they can do to get him started.
Guardamos,
Yeah,
guardamos.
that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
And the Clippers franchise joined this league in 1970. They've never made it past the conference semifinals.
Eita.
Yeah, but the last few
Caraca,
years,
que
when you
estranho.
talk about the landscape of Los Angeles, the Clippers have had a remarkable run, much better record than the Lakers have had in Tinseltown. And so surprising to think of all the talent that's come through the Clipper doors in prior years, but this could be the year
Bom,
with these additions
tem
where they break through.
ali pra entrada do nosso time e 2 do deles.
Curry passes to
Só que eu não
Bass.
consegui ver quem era.
At the elbow, Green.
O Green vai tentar passar ali. Passou.
And Green slams it in.
For all the things that Draymond does, when he gets dunks, it makes him even more excitable.
Zubac kicks to Leonard. And here's George for 3. They get it back. Pass to Beverly. Lets it go with a 3. In the
Agora
hook
guarda.
for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach
Agora
on
guardei,
the
mano.
glass here tonight, guys.
Bora, George. Faz a marcação, George.
And here's Thompson. That's tipped.
Fica esperto, fica esperto.
Now the
Tá de
pass to
brincadeira
Curry.
com a minha cara?
To the paint. And that would be 2
Morris
free
de
throws
novo, fiz
coming
a
up.
falta,
Officials
mano.
on the phone
Caramba,
with the
mano.
foul.
Morris.
Well, last
Tá
summer,
muito...
Greg, was supposed to be a
Boa,
large
Thompson errou
worship for
uma.
Klay Thompson. The injury, though, kind of changed things in his free agency.
It didn't take long for him to re-sign with the Warriors. I think as soon as the team offered him a max deal, he signed. Looks like the Splash Brothers will be together for quite some time.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Kevon Looney is checked in for Marquise Chris.
Caramba, o Kawhi ainda não acertou nenhuma de 3. Mas também eu tô pedindo demais, eu acho, dele. Mas eles acertaram agora. Passaram novamente.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And yes, it's good. And 12 points for Kawhi Leonard.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Passes it to Caspi.
Esse grude aí na mão deles que é ruim, mano.
Lee outside.
Bora, Pascoal.
That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Leonard. Inside, pick off in midair.
Quase, eu já tinha apertado para arremessar.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Lee against Jackson. Lee passes to Pascal.
Ele enganou todo mundo, mano. Ele enganou todo mundo.
They can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
So far, both teams scorching the nets.
Bom, a partida tá bem legal, pessoal. Tá bem disputado.
Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Thompson in the post. He's against Williams, and he makes that one. Thompson's got 7 points.
And Clay can be a matchup problem at the 2-guard spot with that kind of size. He can score over the top of the
Bora ver se ele guarda essa. Foi quase, hein? Caralho, ele acertou, mano. Safado.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Williams kicks to Leonard, shoots
Agora acertei.
scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to
E voltamos a um pontinho novamente.
In a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Pass to Thompson.
Bora, Williams.
That's
Quase.
good. He's 5 for
Mais
9.
3 pontinhos.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He
Bora
wants
lá.
more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
And Leonard has it in the corner. The kick out to Williams. Leonard on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Green.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup.
Caraca,
right
pessoal, o
there.
jogo tá bem legal.
Really the key to that entire sequence.
Thompson outside. Pass to Pascal. It's rebounded by Leonard.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy.
Foi no de 2? Ah, foi de 2. É, se tivesse sido de 3 pontos seria perfeito.
Kevin just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
The pass to Thompson. Williams with the defensive effort. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
And that one's good. Leonard.
He's got a lot to do with the position.
Agora estamos na
that they're in.
frente.
A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Thompson against Williams. They get a hand on it. Passes it to Pascal.
Tamo na marcação, tamo na marcação.
And out of bounds as the Clippers
Ele saiu com a
gain
bola,
possession.
boa. Foi marcação demais pra ele, mano. Ele não deu conta, saiu da
There's 14
quadra,
seconds
mano.
left in the first. Jackson finds Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Now, what a game by Leonard, but you wouldn't know it by the way he's reacting out there. Just stone-faced, but getting the job done.
And Thompson launches it from deep.
Nice, mano. Boa, conseguimos ser com uma ótima pontuação.
Has been on display for the LA Clippers. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. Back right after this. So So much talent on this Warriors team. Draymond Green talks about how it all meshes together.
Bom, pessoal, como vocês já sabem, vou passar esse discurso, que a gente não vai entender nada mesmo. Deixamos pra gente assistir o halftime mesmo, que é legal por causa das estatísticas. Calma, calma, Williams, calma.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the
O Wings tá
initial
aqui.
thrust of that attack as soon as they
Tá
got the
doido
ball,
pra...
constantly in transition.
They've got Andrew Wiggins.
Corre, Kawhi.
And it's Pascal in a power forward. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Williams for three. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Williams has got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
Conseguimos o que? Dar aquele salto agora na pontuação.
Lee outside. It's out of
Opa, nice, mano. Bateu no pé dele a bola.
last touch by Lee.
Mais um pontinho, a gente fica com 10 pontos na frente. Bora ver se a gente consegue marcar agora.
Jackson finds Williams. Back to Jackson, over Wiggins. Jackson
Não
misses.
entrou.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss. He's
Nice
gonna be
bola do
disappointed.
Wings, mano.
He has a very
Caraca, que bola linda, mano.
offensive game. There's just no shortage of ways Wiggins has to punish an opponent, inside, outside, or otherwise.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Warriors may have some injuries that they're going to deal with this season, but they're going to do it in a dynamic new building, Chase Center in San Francisco. The more than $1 billion, that's with a B, dollar arena is hopefully going to generate
Aqui na saída de bola dele
revenue
mesmo.
off the floor and allow them
Curry
to
já tá
keep
se
some
aquecendo ali
great
pra
players in
entrar.
uniform on the floor. It's going to be state of the art here in Golden State.
Faz a marcação pressão, já tem 10 segundinhos. 9. O Wings ficou livre, hein? Mas não deu certo. Agora sim, 10 pontinhos na frente.
Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Here's Wiggins, finds himself wide open and drills it. Wiggins has got his third bucket of the night.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that
Boa, pessoal.
situation.
Warriors trail by 11.
And the Warriors defense last year is still strong, but not as dominant as before.
Ah, foi falta ainda, mano. Eu pulei sem querer, velho. Curry tá ali, pronto pra jogar já.
It's been fun to watch them shoot threes, but they've been so reliant on that defense. Can they be that good this season?
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Caspi. The Clippers
Ele
also
converteu o
changing it up.
ponto.
Morris is checked in for Leonard. Paul George comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson.
O Morris tá aqui.
Back to Green.
Mano! Que isso, mano?
Here's Curry.
Olha a sorte que a gente teve, mano. O cara bateu na bola e o ponto foi pra gente. Caralho, mano, que maneiro. Primeira vez que acontece isso comigo. Quem foi que saiu? Foi o Kawhi, mano? Eu nem vi, mano.
Here's Beverly. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Boa.
And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
Bom, entrou o Paul George agora pra dar aquela moral no lugar do Kawhi. No lugar dele não, né? Mas tipo, dá moral, digamos.
Marquise Chris, he's checked in for
Beverly.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Beverly, the pass to Shamet. Outside for George. From deep. Wiggins
Foi
with some
quase,
nice
hein?
D.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was
Morris tá fazendo a marcação dele. Zubac. Foi falta do Zubac. Uma falta pesadíssima, mano.
Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year, not in any given game. So it's very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock, and I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. It's Curry outside.
Safado, mano. Guardou, mano, a dele. Vou guardar a minha também agora. Seria linda, mano. Se eu tivesse acertado seria bonito, mas não acertei.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Ah, eles pegaram minha play, mano. Zubac fez falta? Também. Caraca, o Zubac tá fazendo muita falta, mano.
For the Dubs, you think about the Splash Brothers backcourt, their unselfish style of play, sharing the ball. This team has represented good to great over the last 5 years in a way no other team has.
And both free throws good for Lee.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And Beverly kicks to Shamit. The three from George. And it's George again missing. The Warriors last year, Brent, top 3 in three-point shooting once again.
How about that? The 5th straight year that they've been a top 3 team from the three-point line, and not really much
É deles a bola ainda, viado.
Some of their attempts would be bad shots, Kevin, quite frankly, for any other team, but that's elite marksmanship from Golden State.
Here's Lee. He's got 8.
Bom, 3 pontinhos só de diferença agora.
On the wing, Wiggins.
Eu tenho que fazer a proteção aqui, porque eles estão vindo.
Shoots from the line, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Morris dishes to Beverly.
Não. Eu quero que... Como é que será que faz pra cancelar isso, mano? Eu queria cancelar, eu queria jogar, mano. Queria passar a bola, mano. Não queria arremessar. Pô, o George dava livre, mano. Era facinho dele fazer uma de 3 ali, mano. Mas tá tudo bem, a gente conseguiu converter os 2 pontos. Bora, faz a marcação. Acertou. Droga, 2 pontinhos só agora.
Coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
That one drops for him.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that.
Bora segurar ele. Marca ele, marca.
Good, and Curry gets the assist.
É difícil, mas tá legal a partida.
Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Beverly, the pass to George. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And Paul George finding some ways now to be effective on the inside.
Fazer a marcação. Quem foi? Paul George fez a falta. Agora ele errou uma. E acertou a segunda.
And his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State. And George kicks to Beverly. It's rebounded by Golden State.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
No, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Clippers moving the ball around. Right side George from the arc. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not
Guardamos nossa
satisfied
também,
yet.
mano.
Paul George showing his offensive confidence right there, just letting that one go as soon as it touches his hands.
Faz a marcação do
Wiggins
Wings.
against George from the wing, and there the
Acertou.
Warriors now with another bucket.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Beverly the pass to George. And he banks in the layup. George has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
It's easy to understand why Paul George
Bora
is one
continuar
of
com a
the
nossa
top
vantagem,
scorers
pessoal.
in the league. He can read the defense, he can shoot it, he can get inside, and he's riding a hot streak now.
Wiggins passes to Green.
Faz a marcação do Green Morris.
6 to shoot.
5
Pass to
segundinhos.
Curry. 14 feet away. No good off the back of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Zubats kicks to Morris. And George, here we go, misses from short range.
Droga.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
Guarda essa, Zubac. Boa, linda, linda, Zubac.
Again, Los Angeles with the triple.
I remember when big men
Boa,
shooting
boa, a gente tava
threes
precisando
were as
dessa.
rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Marca o Wings, marca o Wings.
Here's Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Caralho, tá difícil, mano, marcar esse Wings também.
The defense gets them to sleep and then sets up the teammate nicely.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. One thing about Curry you have to admire, Greg, he never wants the spotlight to himself, even as a leader of his team. He always wants his teammates to shine as well.
Boa, Jackson
You think back to
voltou.
when Clay was trying to break Curry's three-point record last season? Curry was not only cheering for him, but actively setting him up to make it happen. That camaraderie Curry shows is why his teammates love him.
Lou Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly.
Well, Paul George has definitely garnered some strength through the years now, and he's developed that over time in the off-season.
Boa, nossa bola, mano. Boa.
Gets through contact on that play.
Saiu o Green, do time deles. Vai entrar quem? Deixa eu ver. Looney.
Outside Jackson. That's good for George on the assist from Jackson.
Nice, pessoal.
Jackson's got his 6th assist on the night. Feeds to Curry. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Curry's got 16 points.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they
Curry
got
tava
away
livre, mano.
from shooting the triple.
From deep, George, and a
Nice.
Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, an accurate three-point shooter, Paul George can get it going from distance.
Bora se manter na nossa vantagem. Marca o Curry, marca o Curry. Marca o Curry.
There's a minute
Marca o Curry.
47 left now here in the second. Second shot
Ah, ele
opportunity.
pegou o próprio rebote, mano. Ainda não tinha caído no chão quando a bola caiu.
He's got 18.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
George, out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. The Warriors making a switch here. Caspi's checked in.
Bom, bola nossa.
1:32 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Zubats. That falls. Nice feed that
De
time
vez em
from
quando
George.
te arremessa, né, mano?
George has got 4 assists in the game. Warriors trail by 8. Curry passes to Thompson. Off target with his 3.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Right side George.
Caspi tava na marcação ali.
And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Count that one. Pascal's got his second bucket tonight.
6 pontos na frente.
Job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Oh, mano, que sujeira é essa, hein, mano? What? Não entendi, mano. Será que ele teve que sair? Ué.
Thompson looking for an opening.
Marcação, faz a marcação. Talvez, eu acho que eu não percebi mais ali, eu acho que o ponto ele foi convertido, eu acho. Eu não reparei, vou ver isso depois no replay. Droga. Segundos.
Curry finds Thompson. He was all alone on that one. Now just a 4-point Clipper lead.
Klay Thompson takes a ton of pride in the catch and shoot game. His release is lightning quick.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for
Boa,
the
tamo na vantagem ainda.
He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them too.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following
Bom,
halftime.
bora pro halftime. Halftime até que é legal de assistir.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Até que é legal de assistir o halftime.
2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 29 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. Tonight isn't an exception as looking back at his last few games, he's been stringing together some incredible performances. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possession. They did a great job of that in the first half.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and they helped keep this game tight.
Ó, tá bem disputado, mano. 20 pontos do Curry, 29 do Paul George, 2 bloqueios dele e 1 meu.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye, Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
É, mano, tá sendo um bom jogo, mano. Tô gostando de jogar, não tá aquele jogo chato que a gente só fica marcando. Esse daí não, esse daí eu tenho que marcar, senão é sal pra mim.
You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job.
Acho que agora o Kawhi já deve estar jogando. Todo o time, na verdade. Ele quer jogar. Ih, caralho. Ah, bom. Caramba, se fosse deles a bola por causa da mão de alface dele aí, eu ia ficar meio transtornado. Foi falar da mão de alface do cara. E a mão do Paul George furou, hein?
And Lou Williams being a catalyst for what they were doing, coming off the bench and providing a spark. You know, in the fourth quarter, there was always an opportunity for the Clippers, if the game was close, to rely on Lou Williams to get the job done.
Curry tá tentando, mano.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Here's Chris. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the middle. It's stolen by Curry.
Aí o Curry tava esperto, mano.
He can go all the way. And it's sent back by George.
Mas eu tô aqui, mano. Eu tava na bola, mano.
Paul George, he sees it coming and uses his reach to get to it.
Eu tava na bola, mano. Não é assim também não. Não vai chegar Não, mano, não é assim que funciona também, né, mano?
Paul George with the steal.
Boa, Zubac.
Down low. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Morris. And now it's an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
The strength and that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
Faz a marcação.
Here's Curry. And he
Nego, entrou, mano.
Curry's got 22.
Já deu certo o pulo que eu dei ali com o Kawhi pra atrapalhar, mas não certo. Não.
Over Chris. There's the pass to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Back to
Ah, era pra eu ter passado pro Zubac, mano, ali.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. And he has 28 points for the game.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Bom, acabou que no final deu certo ainda.
Yeah, they've gone a long time
Isso
without
que
a bucket.
importa. Continua marcando Curry aqui. Jogou. Não deu certo.
Well, he was terrific in the first half, guys. Maybe some adjustments from the opposing team coach, and he's lost a little bit of that touch here in the second. And after burying 3
Como é que
straight
esse
shot
safado tem mais
opportunities,
tempo de
finally a miss
reação
there,
que eu?
still feeling the momentum though.
Sendo que eu já tava na bola. Agora foi, mano, deles.
It just feels like Klay Thompson, every shot that he shoots, he's got great balance. That one looked good.
Here's Leonard, and it's good for 2. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Faz a
Curry
marcação.
passes to Chris. Shoots over Zubac. Inside.
Tá bom, ele podia ter
Here's
arremessado.
Green.
O Zubac.
Chris in the post. Zubac's defending.
Agora ele me enganou.
That's a nice touch
Mandou
shown
fake,
off by
mano.
Marquise Chris. You want him to score a little bit more from there if he can.
Clippers leading by 5. Kicks it out to Leonard. 3-pointer. Warriors with the rebound.
Quase, hein?
Chris has got 7 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from 3-point range.
Faz a marcação do Green Morris.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Passes to Thompson.
Marcação pesada aqui. Bora, Morris. Encosta nele, Morris.
This one for 3. And no good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns.
Nossa bola, boa.
That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Lee's checked in for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Landry Shamet comes in for George. They kick it out to Green. And here's Leonard from 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Faz a marcação, não faz a marcação dele. Bora, encosta nele, encosta nele. Não vai passar ninguém. Boa, Kawhi.
Leonard's got 7 rebounds in the game. Beverly, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night.
That's a pretty impressive finish for Montrezl Harrell.
Curry against Beverly.
Curry tá tentando fazer um milagre ali.
And the shot is long.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Opa!
The basket counts and one
Opa!
will go to the line with a chance to make
Essa
it a
foi minha, hein?
play. The Clippers shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
One shot. Pensei que ia passar o replay, por isso que eu tava esperando.
That's good from Beverly. Most every
Agora
team
quem
now
enganou
Brett
eles foi
looking
eu,
to
mano.
run
Enganei
when they can
direitinho,
run.
mano.
Who's the most lethal big man in transition? They can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the
acertou.
other end.
I don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could
Também
do.
convertiu o
Two
meu.
steps from half court lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not
Timeout
taking any
dos
steps and dunking it over the top
Warriors.
and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, I mean, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as
Both
a big.
ends of the floor.
Olha a marcação boa, mano.
Chamo with the steal. Goes up, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately
Nice, mano.
start the break.
Bora converter
And the
essa.
Warriors making a change here. And he's got his first chance
Perfeito,
at the line here.
perfeito.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
It's Curry outside, and it's the Clippers with the rebound.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Mano, o Kawhi ainda não acertou nenhuma de 3 pontos ainda, mano. Tudo bem.
Just not going down.
Shoots from 12. Yep, it goes.
O que ele tá jogando não tá explicado, não tá explicado o que ele tá jogando.
11 on the basket from Andrew Wiggins. Beverly against Curry. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Beverly's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Olha a marcação, pessoal.
Curry passes to Lee. Here's Pascal.
Bora, bora, Morris. Fecha ele, Morris.
Kicks to Curry. And that's good.
Safado.
Good pass to get it done. Curry's got 24 points.
Just feels like there's not a spot on the floor where Steph Curry does not have great touch.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Hits the
Agora sim, boa, boa, Kawhi.
Leonard's got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his
Perfeito agora,
defense
mano.
about making the adjustment on him.
Com
But
uma
right now,
luva.
he's just lighting him up.
Curry finds Wiggins. Right side Curry.
Continua fazendo a marcação dele.
Looney passes to Pascal. Outside Curry.
Curry tá livre. Correr pra fazer a marcação dele. 5 segundos.
Another shot. Good work defensively by Morris.
Agora a gente
And
conseguiu.
Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. And it's Leonard missing. Warriors shooting has been terrific. 54% on the
Você
game.
aqui com... Pronto, consegui. Voltei já aqui pra fazer a
On the
marcação.
way, Wiggins.
Não vai, não vai.
That shot off, and it's the
Eu falei que
Clippers
não
taking
ia,
it the
mano. Eu
other
falei que
way.
não ia. Dessa vez não.
Here's Leonard. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists in the game.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure
Continua fazendo a marcação
they
do
keep it.
cara do meio da rua, mano.
Way outside.
Aí também
Again,
não, né,
Curry
bicho?
missing.
Um pouco de respeito, um pouco mais de
Los Angeles
respeito,
leading
né?
by 16. Morris, left side. Back to Chamo. Pulls up. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
He's going to be
Quase, hein?
shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all.
Marcação
and
do
for
Curry.
Sure, you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Curry
Faz a
kicks to
marcação do
Wiggins.
Curry.
Fires high post. Gets
Pô,
it
ele
to
acertou,
fall.
mano.
Now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
Acho que talvez entre o
Maybe
Paul
he's thinking at
George.
this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
And the Clippers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get
Paul
recharged.
George tá no banco ainda. Acho que ele vai entrar no quarto tempo, eu acho.
Hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got
Jogão,
to be
pessoal,
And the
jogão.
Warriors making a change here. Caspi's checked in. some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And a huge piece of the Tobias Harris trade last year.
Eita, tem delay mental aí. Tipo, ele jogou a bola só depois eu pulei, mas tudo bem.
Lambo, as they call him, at age 22 out of Wichita State, to come into the league, show his ability to shoot from the three-point line, shot 40% from deep while taking over 4 a game last year, seemed very comfortable in seeking out the line. And the opportunity for him, now with the star power around him, a lot more is going to open up for Landry Shamet to be a third or fourth guy on the offensive end to make some major contributions.
Warriors trailed by 14. Wiggins with it. Williams picks him up. And that one, good. And it's now 26 points for Steph Curry.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Jackson finds Williams. Goes in.
Uma luva.
Lead by 14.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he
Bora
is,
segurar, pessoal. Fazer marcação.
Back to Curry. Stolen by Jackson.
Tipo assim, pessoal. Assim, ó.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Curry. Here's Looney. Green with the rebound.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end. And
Caraca,
that's what guys feed off. He gives
safado.
the effort down there at all times.
Faz a marcação dele, Green.
47 seconds left in the third quarter.
Marca ele, Williams. Sim. Caralho, cara.
Wiggins passes to Looney. And the dunk to finish it off.
Fucking.
And although an undersized center,
Paul George tá ali, mas ele vai entrar só no próximo tempo, acredito.
Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Wiggins. Here is Caspi. He's covered by Shamet. Shoots from 12. He gets it in there.
Caralho, acertou, mano.
Caspi's got 4 this quarter.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Left side Williams. And the
Ai,
rebound goes to the
errou.
Warriors.
Para ele, 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 para ele.
Caspi has it in the corner. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Caspi's got 6 points.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter.
Ah, eu ia tentar jogar de mais
And
próximo.
so it's the Los Angeles Clippers.
Tudo bem, ainda estamos na frente ainda.
Lead, some breathing room heading into the break. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Back to the action after this word. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass.
De quem será a assistência do jogo, hein?
That's what I call
Nossa.
court vision.
Well, a great job
Ó,
with the eyes.
foi bonita, hein? Mandei o fake, o único fake que eu mandei na partida foi esse. E foi a assistência do jogo, mano.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period
10
holds in
pontinhos
store
na
for
frente.
us. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Then there's Caspi, and it's Looney in at the 5
Guardei,
spot.
guardei,
That's the
mano, de
Warriors
3
5.
pra gente.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure
Oh,
what the
fizeram
defense
falta, mano.
collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more
Zubac
set
entrou.
on that screen. Easy call.
Got to
No
hold firm
lugar
or you're going to get a
do
call.
Kawhi,
Los Angeles
mano.
making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. On the wing, Jackson. Nifty move. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Agora eu lancei a braba,
Just
mano.
adding fuel
Fala tu.
to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And they double up Jackson. Zubac kicks to Green. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Caralho.
This team did something.
Caralho, agora ele lançou a braba demais, mano. Nossa, botei fé, mano.
Shooting in the second half.
Então toma essa. Ó.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
Não posso perder a piada.
Speed issues to Thompson. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Here's Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 6th assist on the night. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Stolen by Jackson. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, George in there just gliding through and makes a nice move on the drive.
Bora, Jackson. Ah, calma. Eu sei que tu tá querendo se descontar por causa da falta que ele fez ainda agora. Tá querendo tirar uma casquinha, mas... Tá tudo bem. Ai, mano, ele ainda errou, mano. Puta merda, mano. A sorte favoreceu ele, mano.
Jackson is doubled. George, that's a 2-pointer. Warriors with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The 19-foot shot.
Ui, mentira, mano.
They kick it out to Green.
Olha a sorte do cara, mano. A bola ficou travadinha ali. Agora é minha.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They led by as many as 18 points. Outside for George. On the wing, Williams for the 3. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
One made 3 formed for the game.
Does he focus
closer in? Let's see.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
From deep, George.
Caraca, quase que vai pra fora do estádio.
Chris has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Pass to Jackson in the corner. George with it. Outside, Green. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins.
Tá pensando tipo, que? Como assim essa bola foi pra lá, mano?
Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Marcus Morris comes in for Jermichael Green, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Ooh.
George, no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Ah, mentira, mano. Ia ser linda.
After an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
And here's Green outside. That falls.
Puta merda, mano. É, mas aquela bola do Paul George ia ser bonita com aquele giro, mano. Nossa, mano. Pena que ele não converteu, mano.
Grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective.
Mas a marcação, tá bom, bora acalmar. Normalmente quando eles estão assim é porque o jogo, eles estão tipo sentindo o jogo. Só acho que a gente pediu esse timeout aí, vai dar pra dar uma acalmada mais nas coisas.
We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
George passes to Beverly. And
Falta do Curry.
One, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Stephen Curry.
There's something about Beverly. He seems to be one of the point guards who enjoys the physical contact out there, always looking for something.
A gente tá na mente deles.
Give the Warriors
A
a
gente tá na
lot of
mente
credit
deles. A
for
gente tá na
5
mente deles.
straight trips to the NBA Finals and winning rings. This is one of the greatest stretches, not just for this franchise, but for a team in the NBA in the entire history.
Boa, a gente tá na
of
mente
the
deles,
league.
pessoal. A gente tá na mente deles, pessoal.
And George kicks to Leonard.
Ai, foi quase, mano.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd
Errou.
tell him,
Caralho,
"Take one more
acertou,
three-point shot,
safado.
and we're gonna have some conversations here side by side."
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And for the Warriors, Brent, they built this dynasty from the ground up.
You think about them drafting
Opa,
Steph
opa,
Curry,
opa, opa, opa,
grabbing
opa.
Klay Thompson,
Calmou,
Draymond
tá com a
Green,
gente
second-round
ainda.
picks, so all here, all
Ai,
homegrown in the Bay
fucking.
Area. Adding Kevin Durant just vaulted them into the stratosphere, and now without him, you wonder, can they remain in contention? Can they
Opa,
stay
peguei,
healthy?
peguei. Mentira,
And where
mano.
is the ceiling now for the
O
Golden
safado
State
ainda
Warriors?
conseguiu ficar com a
Green,
bola.
and it's Green with the jam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
A gente não vai deixar isso assim, mano.
Beverly with the ball. Working on Chris. George dishes to Beverly. Yep, that one goes in there. Beverly's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly is not going to back
Vou fazer a
down
marcação
from
dele.
anybody. Even inside, he feels comfortable shooting under that kind of pressure.
Marcação, olha a marcação. Bora, Zuba.
Chris finds Curry.
Caraca, mano.
And a miss there on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Out to Morris. Launches it.
Ah, se tivesse convertido.
George passes to Beverly. There's the dish to Morris. Beverly with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Good on the
Boa,
triple.
boa,
And
time.
now it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness
Faz a
on that.
marcação, marcação.
Thompson for three. And the Warriors get it back.
Yeah,
Boa,
maybe a
Kawhi.
little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
George with
Agora
the
foi,
bucket.
agora foi, mano.
Obviously, his
10
momentum from
pontinhos
the last
novamente.
game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him
Marcação, marcação no
opportunities
Curry.
to stay with that confident play.
Marcação no Curry.
Curry against Beverly. Outside Curry.
Continua com a
Let it go.
marcação.
He's off on that
Boa.
one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Leonard kicks to Zubats. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these
Continua
good
com a
looks.
marcação. A marcação tá boa em cima dele, Beverly.
Curry against Beverly.
Morris, Morris, é
Outside
contigo
Curry.
agora, Morris.
Out to Chris. He tries for three. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard inside, covered by Wiggins. Wiggins with the block, and he's able to get it back. Good on the shot. Leonard's got 41.
Leonard did a good job to take a picture there, recognizing what was going on, read the defense, and then finds a soft spot in the mid-range.
Timeout do Warriors.
And thinking back to last postseason, the Clippers did not back down to the Warriors at all.
Well, LA was a much more physical team. I think they knew going in that the only way that they had a shot
Quem é o jogador da
was to be
partida?
disruptive, and they brought that on both
Pode
ends
ser o
of the
Curry,
floor.
Kawhi
And that was
Leonard.
going against a healthy Kevin Durant
Pensei que
at
fosse
the
o
time.
Paul
They took
George,
two
mano.
games last year in that series, and the way in which they played, that spirit might have caught the attention of one Paul George and one Kawhi Leonard.
Eu jurava que ia ser o Paul George, mano, mas Kawhi Leonard tá valendo também. Tá valendo, tá valendo. Mas a partida ainda não acabou, pessoal. Tem muito jogo ainda.
Beverly against Curry.
Ih, caramba.
And he drops in the layup
Eu
off
pensei
the
que ele ia
glass.
arremessar,
Curry's
pessoal. Eu
got 10
pulei
points in
pra
the
fazer o
This
bloqueio.
is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
George passes to Beverly. Green with the block.
Ah,
Green plays a
fucking.
tremendous edge on the defensive
Green
end
fez o
of the floor.
bloqueio, mano, da bola.
Warriors trail by 12. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by George. Chris kicks to Thompson.
Morris Green.
Green against Morris. 4 on the shot clock. From 17 feet out.
Caramba, ele acertou, mano. 10 pontinhos só agora.
Green right now picking his spots, working the in-between area on the offense.
Out to Morris. Tries it from 19. Leonard, no luck. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Trailing by 10.
Acertou.
The lead now cut to single digits. 39 points for Steph Curry.
Well, he should be playing this game with an apron on because he's cooking right now.
Back to George. He dishes it to Morris. Outside Leonard. From past the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Leonard's got 44.
Well, that's taking on the challenge there. The defense is right there in
Boa,
his face, and
Kawhi.
Leonard uses the size and skill to break it down.
Curry against Beverly.
Continua fazendo a marcação nele aqui. Continua.
Takes a 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Morris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The second chance effort. George. Count it. And now it's a 12-point Clipper lead.
Paul George getting after it. They're helping out the teammate to try to secure one a second time.
Curry fires from way outside. That 3 off the mark. The Clipper shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Beverly the pass to George. Out to Morris.
Tá ok. Bora
Moving the ball around.
repaginar.
It's George on the wing. Shoots over Curry. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Beverly for 3.
Tá bom. Ih, caralho, ele passou mais longe
The
ainda.
Warriors shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
Caraca, mano, que salto, mano.
It's not possible. What we just is
10 pontinhos, 10
I think it
pontinhos.
is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out.
8
in what
pontinhos.
should be a nice win here for Los Angeles.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back at all the second chance points these guys generated.
Yeah, they clearly won the second chance points category.
Isso não é bueno, não é bueno. Se ele fazer essa de 3, então é foda.
And so with this, they'll end up with
Tá
their
bom, tá
second
bom.
win on the year.
Agora eu acho que eles vão querer fazer falta.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kawhi Leonard.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 7. There's 39 seconds left to play in the
Caramba, mano. Esse jogo tá maneiro, pessoal. Nossa senhora.
They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
Marca a porra do Curry aqui, mano. A gente já sabe que vai ser pra ele ou pro Thompson a bola, mano.
Left in the fourth quarter. Thompson finds Green. Leonard with the steal. To the inside. And there's
Boa, pessoal. Era disso que a gente precisava. Agora a gente matou a cobra. E vocês já sabem o resto. Caralho, meu amigo, essa foi muito longe, mano. Fizeram falta na gente.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock, and now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 8. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Deixa eu ver se eles venderam o jogo. Venderam o jogo.
They're going to use it.
Here's Wiggins. Long range from the inbound. Kept alive. And the pass to Poole.
Venderam o jogo, pessoal. Venderam o jogo.
From deep. The rebound by Noah.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Vender o
Oh, no,
jogo.
I know he can make it, but
Quando eu digo
warm-up,
vender o
so
jogo, porque assim,
maybe just a
tiraram os
step too
caras,
far.
And so
já não
Los
vão mais
Angeles
tentar,
takes the
entendeu?
win. They
Naquele
came in
arremesso
here
livre
and
ali que a
took
gente
care of
fez, que a gente
business
converteu o
like
ponto,
they were the
acabou
home
pra
team.
eles.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never
Yes.
rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Mano, mas foi muito maneiro o jogo, mano. Nenhum momento a
Thanks very
partida
much, Paul. You
tava
impacted this
decidida.
game from minute one. What's the key to success in games like this?
It's playing confident.
37
really letting the
pontos,
game
Paul
come to me,
George, mano.
putting in the work, and I mean the results are showing.
Great win tonight for you. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and
Jogão,
the
pessoal,
whole 2K
jogão.
Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Jogão, clã. Vamos ver aqui da mídia. 46 pontos? Que foi que... Peraí, quanto foi que... 46 pontos? Não, 41 foi do Curry. 46 do Kawhi, mano. Caramba! 46 do Kawhi, mano. Ele Deixa eu ver. Eu acho que tipo foi a maior pontuação dele, talvez, eu acho, nessa noite, não sei. Mas conseguimos uma grande e importante vitória, mano. Contra o time dos Warriors. Jogando na casa deles ainda, né? A gente não pode deixar de... Bom, a gente venceu contra... A gente já ganhou contra duas potências, né? Vou meter aquele save aqui, que vocês já conhecem. Bom, pessoal, vou ficando por aqui. Muito obrigado a todos que estão acompanhando o vídeo. Não esqueça de deixar o like de vocês e se inscreverem no canal. Quem quiser assistir o vídeo passado aí contra os Lakers, eu vou deixar o card aí na descrição. E eu vou ficando por aqui, pessoal. Fui!